Hello guys and welcome. So in this video I'm going to be giving my monthly financial update for September 2020. Thank you for watching the video so far. Remember to give it a thumbs up, subscribe and ring the bell to help with the YouTube algorithm. Now back to the video. So as we have done previously since I started this channel, every single month, now it's the first of the month, I am going to look at my finances again and calculate where I am for the next month. I think it's very, very important to do that at least on a monthly basis. You don't have to do it daily or weekly or anything like that. Once a month, review all of your income, your expending, the money that you know is going to move around during the next month, and put it on your spreadsheet. So if you watch my how to calculate your monthly spending spreadsheet, you should have made a spreadsheet similar to the one that's on screen right now. So as per last month or some update videos I made a while ago, during September 2020, I actually cleared my handset. I cleared the remaining balance. So my remaining balance on this is 0. So I'm actually going to remove it. It doesn't exist anymore. I still have to pay for usage. And I checked again, it's actually gone up. So it's £23 rather than 15. But I don't have to pay for the handset anymore. So, and that's awesome. That's going to save me £45 a month. And so this phone, finally, it belongs to me. You know, who knew that I would have, be a phone owner? So, and then I was looking through my finances and I found that I did have some other bills, which were costing me per month. Because I think it's very important as well to actually review, go into check what direct debits you're paying and so on, and review them. So one thing I've done, I've noticed that there was this £50 a month coming out as well that I had missed last time, but I then have eliminated the remaining balance behind them. So this can also go. So you go £50 gone. Now something that's coming up. So right now I actually pay money for the Xbox Game Pass, but I was also paying money for EA Origin. However, I was paying that once a year. So this is a breakdown of monthly payments, but there are some bills which are paid once a year. So after I paid off the handset and after I paid off the remaining balance for the other debt that I just removed from the list, there was all these one-a-year bills like antivirus and some other subscriptions that I have. And suddenly I was like, oh crap, maybe I shouldn't have spent all of this money on all these other payments because I didn't actually plan for those one time a year bills. So if you have things like that, let's say one time a year that you easily forget about, but when it comes around, it takes a sting out of your account, make sure you write them down for next year. That is plotted in your calendar, on your in your spreadsheet or on your to-do list, wherever, that in 1 year's time, I will have this reoccurring one time a year bill. Because as per the last two videos on the channel, where I explained about how to avoid unexpected bills and also how to be careful when paying debt, it's a mistake that caught me out. It's sort of like, I'm not going to pretend that I am the master of finance because simply I'm not. I'm a human being. I make mistakes. So I didn't notice about those unexpected bills, and it has actually put my bank account to be overdrawn this month, which actually kind of sucks. However, I do have a free overdraft, so for a small amount of money. So it's not. I don't think it'll be that big of a deal, and there's enough balance on there where I can live. And when it comes to my other spending, like my food spending is still 0. I'm still completing the surveys, and I'm using the money I receive on Amazon credit to pay for Amazon Fresh. So please check out my Amazon Fresh review. Keeping my food spending at 0 is great. I don't buy clothes. I don't go out. I don't need them. So I don't feel the need to online shop and buy any clothes. I just don't see a need. And toiletries like toothpaste, shampoo, and so on is included within the Amazon Fresh spending because, again, I buy it using my Amazon credit. And then things like I can't avoid. So I can't get rid of my accountant because you need an accountant. So the amount of protection that having an accountant gives you to know what your rights are, to make sure you file your tax return properly and so on, is priceless, I would say. Because if you don't do it properly, you can leave yourself susceptible to receiving a fine, and it's also a headache. So whereas if you have an accountant, then I would say for me personally, it's definitely worth it based on previous experience. In the future, I will probably make a video about which accountancy company I'm using for the £35 a month, because I think £35 a month to have 24/7 access to an accountant is very, very good. Now, when it comes to these subscriptions, so YouTube and Twitch Turbo, because it's my job to be a full-time content creator, I feel that these are necessary payments because basically I don't have time to sit through ads. So basically when I'm browsing YouTube or I'm browsing Twitch, having YouTube Premium, Twitch Turbo means that I don't see ads on either of the platforms ever, on any channel, anywhere, which is great. So you don't have to subscribe to each individual person you watch to remove the ads. You can just get the, like I said, YouTube Premium and Twitch Turbo, and it eliminates ads on the entire platform. So I think these are worth it. Now, the good news that we received this month in terms of finances, because I am a gamer, is that Xbox Game Pass, which as you can see I already pay for, will also include EA Play in the coming months. I was actually playing for EA Play separately, which was one of those once a year big bills I was telling you about. So now that has been cancelled completely because I don't need it. Simple as that. Xbox Game Pass will include it. So that eliminates a future one-time a year debt. I've cancelled it and so on. So it's all good. Final Fantasy 14 I still play. World of Warcraft, I actually was using my in-game currency to pay for the subscription. It's now run out. I don't have infinite gold, but I had enough to pay for the last 3-4 months. But because I am having so much fun playing a different game right now, on my gaming channel, I'm playing a game called Genshin Impact. And that game will probably secure me over until the next big game, which is coming out, which is Cyberpunk. I've allowed my WoW account now to expire. The subscription has ended. I will come back to WoW later. I don't feel I need to play it because Genshin Impact is so much fun. And also as well, guys, I will probably, even though it's a finance channel, I am actually going to make a video about Genshin Impact for this channel, because I am intending to talk about the issue of loot boxes and gacha, which is basically the same thing, and the effect it can have on your finances. Now, going into the income, my income really hasn't changed much. So I don't feel a need to put these down, so to change these. So these are fine as estimates of my income. They haven't been affected because I'm still doing what I do consistently every single month. And my spending power is basically my income minus my outgoing. Now, I have actually received genuine questions, genuine inquiries. Some people have been asking, if I upload a video to my gaming channel and it gets 20 views, how am I doing this for a full-time job? It doesn't make any sense, right? It's a fair question. Let me explain to you. Yes, each video I upload, some of them get 20 views, some of them get 5,000. You can't predict. However, I've got 2,500 videos on my YouTube channel, and it's growing every single day because I upload every single day. And if you have made or put a focus on what is known as evergreen content, those videos on YouTube might make you money for the next 10, 20, 30 years, as long as, that's why it's called evergreen, as long as the content is still relevant. In 10 years, people are probably still going to be playing Final Fantasy 14. So because I've got an abundance of videos about it, I will probably still make views from them. So that is the power of YouTube. Like, I would challenge most people to say to them, that's why so many YouTubers are saying, make a YouTube channel. Like, in the time of the issues that we have around the world right now, having that passive income is so useful. It has been literally, it has saved my life the last few months. So, and because I keep doing it every single day, I keep uploading and I keep trying to expand it, I keep trying to learn, I keep optimizing and so on, then the passive income is only going to go up and up and up and up. So even if, for example, my videos only got a few views each a month, because there's so many, it turns into a nice little pay packet. And you never know. Maybe eventually I'll actually have a viral video. Unfortunately, I'm one of those YouTubers. I've never had a viral video. I've never had a big shout out from any big streamer or YouTuber. When I say big, I mean, these sort of million plus subscriber ones. And but who knows? Who knows? I think I'm primed and ready for that to happen. Now, the assets have not changed because simply I've not bought anything new that's worth listing, and I don't think there's been any devaluation in the list below, so I don't feel the need to recalculate it. So yeah, so that's basically where I am for this month. So I will save it. I am okay. I am simply okay. I'm making more money than I'm spending. And I think that is the main goal, is to make sure you earn more money than you're spending. And my goal still is to eliminate these debts. These remaining balances are not 100% up to date, so I need to look them up and find out where they are. But the point is that the amount it costs me per month is still the same. So it's still 130 for the loan, 70 for the credit that I have. So I will update the remaining balances in my own time. But like I said, having a spreadsheet like this, so I don't have to think about it, is so useful. And then along the way, as I said, I am also here to learn. So I am learning from my own content, which is really great. And I have learned a lot about making sure I don't overly pay. But removing the handset and the other spending is now saving me effectively £95 a month, which is so good, and increase my spending power a little bit. The ultimate one will be if I can eliminate the loan and the credit, then that will be an extra £200 a month that I'm saving, and then that's nearly 500 a month spending power, which then, if I can just focus on increasing my income from YouTube and Twitch, I'll be all good. Simple as that. So, as I say, guys, if you are trying to manage your finances, your personal finance better, please do this at least on a monthly basis. See where you are, so that for the next month, for October 2020, there are no big surprises in terms of your finances. And simply, if you don't have spare money, don't spend. Simple as that. Save your money. And you'll keep your spending to the absolute minimum. It's important to live as frugally as possible, especially when you have debt. And we are working still towards becoming debt-free. And soon enough, guys, as well, for those who have been watching the channel, I will be able to make a video saying I'm debt-free. It's inevitable that this happens. Like, the fact that during September I was able to clear 3 little debts is so good. Like, I feel over the moon about it. And being able to close those direct debits down and so on and have peace of mind. So, for example, I know my phone is completely paid off. So that's great. So, yeah. So, do this every month. See where you are. And if you have any comments or any questions or any suggestions, please leave them in the comments down below. So I've linked 2 other videos to this video. The videos I'm most proud of on this channel are how to make a plan and stick to it. But do check out the other videos related to this video. How to calculate your spending power, how to avoid unnecessary bills, how to be careful when paying down debt, and so on. And again, it will be another step towards financial independence. And in the future, we will see where we go.